Hello and welcome to RTC TV4. Abby Malco and Brant Gerald here at Tippecanoe Valley High School, where we are filming a softball game between the Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings and the Manchester Lady Squires. First for the lineup for the visiting Squires. Up to bat first is number 5, Emma West. Behind her is number 7, Brooklyn Howard. In the 3 spot is number 9, Sierra Carter. Batting in the 4 spot is number 13, Kiera Stacy. Batting 5th is number 6, Sydney Day. Batting 6th is number 10, Kennedy Fierstos. Batting 7th is number 12, Maddie McKee. Batting 8th is number 16, Erica Kendall. And rounding out the lineup is number 3, Mackenzie Day. Moving over to your Tippecanoe Valley Lady Viking lineup, leadoff batter is Kristen Yoder. Following her is the senior catcher, Katie Prater. Batting third and playing third base is number 21, Abby Benton. Batting fourth is Sydney Howard, the shortstop. Batting fifth is Kayla Scott, the pitcher. Batting sixth is the second baseman, Allie Benton. Batting seventh is Maya Gunnels. And we will get back to you because the game is starting with number 5, Emma West. First pitch comes in for a ball. Kayla Scott, the pitcher for Tippecanoe Valley. Ball 2 is high. First pitch, third pitch comes across as a strike. Counts 2-1. And ball hits her elbow guard. West takes first base on a dead ball. Up to bat now is number 7, Brooklyn Howard. And bunt will stay fair. Benton picks it up. No one's at third base to cover. So, Brant, from our angle, we could see that ball spinning. It probably would have gone foul if they would have let it go.
Now batting number 9, Carter.
But now you've got runners on second and third for Manchester. And number 9, Sierra Carter, comes up to bat for Manchester.
So that's the rule, huh? It can roll however long it needs to.
Yes,
go foul.
as long as it doesn't cross the base paths. So once it gets past third base, then if it's fair when it passes third base, then it stays fair. But if it's a short little bunt like that, it can roll for 5 minutes if you need it to get it to go out of play.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I do.
So counts 2-1 here to the number 3 batter for Manchester.
Runners on second and third. Be a rough start if they start off getting the bases loaded.
Yeah, that's a tough situation in the first inning especially. A good block by the catcher, but that will be ball 4. So up to bat now,
13, Stacy.
Kiera Stacy. Cleanup hitter with bases loaded.
All right, Kara.
And catcher takes a timeout to go talk to the pitcher, try and get her to throw a couple strikes here. While they take a break, we will as well. You're watching RTC TV 4. And we're back after the timeout. Count 1-0 here. Number 4 batter Kiera Stacy up to bat for Manchester. Still no outs here at Tippecanoe Valley High School. And that's strike number 1, makes the count even. Manchester fans not excited about that call right behind us.
This is definitely right on the edge, it looked like.
Mm-hmm. And line drive to center field. That will tip off the center fielder's glove and bounce to the fence. 1 run scores easily, 2 walks across, and they try to hold the one at third, but she will cross the plate in time. So Stacy clears the bases on a line drive to center field. So score now is 3-0. Stacy on second base, and Day comes up to bat for Manchester.
It's a rough start for Tibby Valley.
Yes. Like you said, it's always tough, no outs with the bases loaded to start off a game. And bunt is down first base. They're going to have a late cover, and the ball's going to bounce off the second baseman's arm. And that will allow Stacy to score from second base. So Coach Schumacher is going to take a timeout for Tippecanoe Valley. We'll be back right after this. You're watching RTC TV 4.
Now batting number 10, Fiercestones.
Fiercestones up to bat now for Manchester. And another. And that's a foul ball. I think the bat hit the ball once it was released from the batter's hand, so. So foul ball, I think, is what was called, but there might have been bat interference. So it counts 0-1 to Fiercestones. Score is 4-0. A little windstorm blew away all my papers. Good catch, Brant. So it counts 0-2 as the second bunt attempt was foul for Fiercestones. High pitch taken for a ball. Ball number 1. And low pitch for ball number 2. Thrown back to first base, but safe on the throw.
Now, you encountered this Manchester team last week.
Yes, Tim and I were filming Caston versus Manchester, so should be a pretty similar lineup. They may switch pitchers on us, but I think the score was 24-3 last week, so Manchester put a pretty hefty beating on the Comets.
And it's looking like they're a pretty solid team just from this first.
I think they may be the top in the conference. I know they beat Rochester by a pretty large score as well. So that will put Fierstos on first base, and Maddie McKee will come up to bat.
Number 12, McKee.
So first pitch bunt is miss for strike number 1. Tries to bunt a high pitch, and that's strike number 2. A little windy in the headphones here. And line drive through the first and second base hole will score Manchester. That's McKee gets out at second base to make the first out. Fierstos ends up on third.
Down by number 16, Kendall.
And Day scored from second base. So up to bat now is number 8 batter Erica Kendall, already almost through their lineup completely with just the first inning here.
With 0 outs? 1 out.
1 out. McKee just got out at second base. There's a hit up the middle, goes right past the pitcher, and Fierstos will score. So number 3, the 9th batter, Mackenzie Day, is up to bat.
Go back. Your turn. Everybody ready? You got it. Let's go 3. Hey, opposite field. Let's go 3.
High pitch on the outside corner is ball number 1. Quick timeout as the pitcher adjusts her shoestring.
Let's go, Max.
Counts 2-0. And ball 4 walks Day, bringing up number 5, the leadoff batter, Emma West. It's her second at bat in just the first inning. Another timeout here quickly. We will be right back. A quick pitching change for Tippecanoe Valley as the shortstop will come in to pitch. So on the mound now is Sydney Howard. Emma West up to bat for Manchester. Counts 2-1 with 1 out, 2 runners on base. Pop fly foul will not be caught.
Ball, 2 strikes.
High fly ball to right field, might make it over the fence, and it does. Emma West hits a 3-run home run. So the Squires now have a big lead in just the first inning. West gets congratulated by her teammates. The score is 9-0 with just 1 out.
Now batting number 7, Howard.
Number 7, Brooklyn Howard up to bat for Manchester. And bunt to third base. That will be tipped off the glove of Benton, so that will be a fair ball. And still 1 out here. Number 9, Sierra Carter up to bat. Nice pitch. Strike number 1 from Howard. And fly ball to right field. That will be in the sun. So runners will advance now on second and first base. Still 1 out.
Now batting number 13, Stacy.
Number 13, Kiera Stacy up to bat. Strike on the outside corner for the first pitch of the at-bat. Foul ball behind us here, out of play. Make strike number 2. Line drive to right field. That will be stopped, but runners will keep going around. And Howard will score from second base. So Day gets stopped on third. Runners on the corners with just 1 out. Sydney Day up to bat.
6, Day.
Bunt attempt gets to the pitcher, and that will go into right field. So the runner on third base, that was Sierra Carter, will score. And Stacy will get to third base, and Day ends
Now
up on
batting
second
number 10,
base.
Fierstos.
So Fierstos is up to bat. Swing and a miss for Fierstos, makes strike number 1. Foul ball comes back at the catcher's mask. Strike number 2.
I guess that's why they have those, huh?
Yes, absolutely. I would not go back there without one. It still hurts, though. It still hurts to be hit with a mask on. Just hurts a little bit less. High pitch evens the count at 2s. Swing and miss for out number 2. Tippecanoe Valley getting closer.
Now batting number 12, McKee.
11 runs so far this inning. High fly ball goes foul, out of play. Nice pitch for strike number 2. Maddie McKee up to bat for Manchester. And pop fly foul, not able to be caught. McKee still battles.
Pick him up, Maddie.
Third base runner taking a pretty big lead off every time that ball comes out of the pitcher's hand.
Yeah. Not many places you can go because probably not going to steal home. Another foul ball back behind us.
Word up.
Battery on foul ball.
Quick little ball search here.
Yeah, looking for all the foul balls in the last 2 batters. So McKee's at bat. 1 and 2 is the count. Another foul ball means we're going to have to chase some more. Line drive to center field will score 1 and 2 runs for Manchester. So McKee's long at bat ended up with a nice hit to center field.
Now batting number 16, Kendall.
Number 16, Erica Kendall, now up to bat with 2 outs for Manchester. Strike number 1. Good pitch by Howard.
I imagine we're going to have to go through some pitchers in this one if these innings end up this long.
Yeah. First one's rounding out about 26 minutes so far. And line drive back at the pitcher. Puts runners on first and second. This brings Mackenzie Day, the number 9 batter, so this means Manchester will have gone through their lineup 2 times now just in this first half inning.
Okay, let's go 3. Oh, nice one.
Strike number 1 here on Day.
All right, 3.
High ball to even the count at 1. Counts 1 and 2 with 2 outs and 2 runners on base. Score is 13-0. Manchester in the lead. And pop fly to third base will make it out number 3 and finally end the inning for the Vikings. They will grab their helmets and try to put some on the board themselves. You're watching RTC TV4. First up to bat for the Vikings is the center fielder, Yoder. Pitching for Manchester is Brooklyn Howard. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. Howard working pretty quickly here. I have to say first and last names because the pitcher for Valley's last name's Howard too. Oh. And strike number 3 makes out number 1 for the first inning here.
Now batting number 23, Prater.
Number 23, the catcher Prater, is up to bat now for Valley.
That one hit off the ump's helmet there.
Yes, and came back at my face. That was perfect. I didn't flinch, though.
I flinched.
Oh. That's fine. I wasn't going to tell anyone.
It's totally not emasculating, right?
No, it's actually a human reaction. You're fine.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Counts 1 and 2 here. Manchester's Brooklyn Howard working quickly on the mound.
And there's hardly a breath.
And foul ball number 2.
Looks like they got the little kids running around.
Yes,
out
that's
there.
smart. Slushy for a foul ball. You'll get them back quicker, I think.
And run out of slushies is probably pretty
Yeah, this is very
right.
true. Drop third strike makes out number 2, so that's 2 strikeouts of the inning so far. And up to bat now is number 21, Abby Benton.
Now batting number 21, Benton.
I feel like we might have a Manchester sympathizer in the... Lots of music playing, that's all.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
walk-up songs.
Oh, okay, is that what it is? Okay.
Yep,
I
so-
thought maybe it was like, we got you out kind of thing.
No,
Okay.
no. This is the songs they get to pick. So since Tippecanoe Valley's the home team, like we were at Culver last week, and Culver just didn't have their songs ready for their girls, and it was like 5 degrees outside, so maybe the stereo speakers froze.
It could have been.
So strikeout number 3. That's 3 up, 3 down. All 3 strikeouts from Manchester's Brooklyn Howard here. You're watching RTC TV4. So Emma West up to bat now for Manchester. She hit a home run her last at bat, and talking to some of the fans, found out that was her first one of the season. So congrats to her.
Good job, Emma West.
And that's a foul ball. High pop fly going to be foul. Benton can get to it, but miscommunication doesn't allow TVHS to make the out. So counts 0-2.
It's the second one they've missed due to sun or some
Yeah.
sort of miscommunication.
Yes, you're correct. Ground ball right up the middle past the pitcher.
Manchester not even waiting for the perfect pitch. They just,
Yes.
if they can make
just
contact, they'll hit it.
hacking at quite a few. I will agree with that.
Now batting number 7, Howard.
Number 7, the pitcher, Brooklyn Howard, up to bat. Bunt goes to the pitcher. Benton goes back to cover third base, but Howard will be safe at first. So number 9, Sierra Carter, comes up to the plate.
Now batting number 9, Carter.
Long fly ball to right field will go over the right fielder's head. So West will score from second base, and runners will stop on second and third. Score is now 14-0.
Now batting number 13, Stacy.
Kira Stacy up to bat now for Manchester. Line drive to right field. That will be tipped off the glove. So one runner will score from that.
Manchester really using that sunset to their advantage, I think.
Yes, absolutely. There'll be a quick timeout and a pitching change or a right field change. We'll take a quick break as well. You're watching RTC TV4.
Go, Sid. You're up.
And we're back. Number 6, Day at the plate for Manchester. Still no outs here in the second inning. Pop fly to center field. Will bounce off the glove of the second baseman. So one run will score there for Manchester. Number 10, Kennedy Fierstos now comes up to bat.
Fierstos.
Another fly ball to center field. That one will bounce out of the glove again, and they will throw it to second base. No one's there, so bases will stay loaded for Manchester.
Now batting number 12, McKee.
Stay hot.
Better watch 12.
Go, Maddie. Have fun.
Counts 2-0.
Just relax.
Maddie McKee up to bat for Manchester. Strike number 1. Swing and a miss to even the count at 2. Line drive to second base gets past the second baseman. 1 run, now 2 runs will score for Manchester. And runners will stay on second and third. Number 16,
Now batting
Erica
number 16,
Kendall.
Kendall.
Almost made it 3 times through the lineup here in the first 2 innings. Score is 18-0.
You know, I think just after that first inning, it's got to be pretty hard to stay in the game.
Right.
You can see a lot of errors and stuff just being missed. And
Ground ball up the middle scores Fierstos for Manchester.
Now batting number 3, Day.
Go back. I'll buy it, but she won't go get it. Not yours.
Strike number 1. Mackenzie Day up to bat. Runners on the corners for Manchester. Strike number 2.
Bring that this way.
Here we go.
Umpire adjusting the strike zone just a bit. Line drive to left center. Will score 1 for Manchester.
Way to hustle, Maddie.
Timeout on the field for Tippecanoe Valley. We'll be And we are back. Still in the top of the second inning here. Emma West, the leadoff batter, up to bat for her 4th time of the game. Bases not loaded, but runners on first and second for Manchester. Score is 20-0. And runner on second base is out. She left the bag early. You cannot leave the base before the pitcher lets go of the ball.
Huh. Well, now I learned.
A little different than baseball.
Certain situations, yeah.
Counts 1-1 with 1 out. Ball hits West in the back. That's the second time she's been hit this game. Led off the game with a shot to the elbow. So now runners on first and second. The pitcher, Brooklyn Howard, now comes up to bat.
Now batting number 7, Howard.
That's his other.
Red ball!
And runner on second base has left the bag early. So now that is 2 outs. Counts 0-0 to Brooklyn Howard. Strike number 1.
Oh, do it now.
Swing and miss for strike number 2. And pop fly goes foul to the third base. And slap to second base will be a hit for Howard. Brings up number 9, Sierra Carter, to the plate.
Now batting number 9, Carter.
Pop fly to center field. That will be out number 3, and Tippecanoe Valley will head to the dugout. Try to get some runs themselves. You're watching RTC TV4. We'll be welcome back to the bottom of the second inning here, where Tippecanoe Valley is up to bat. Number 2 at the plate. This is Sydney Howard, the pitcher. Just missed that strike. That's a pop fly to center field. That's out number 1. Now number 52, Kayla Scott. Now the shortstop is up to bat.
Now batting number 52, Scott.
Nice pitch for strike number 1, evens the count at 1s. Another pop fly to center field. That will drop in for a hit.
Now batting number 10, Benton.
Number 10, Allie Benton, up to bat for Tippecanoe Valley. Strike on that pitch evens the count at 1. Line drive to right field. Might score one for Tippecanoe Valley, and they will hold her at third base. So Benton gets a double on that hit.
Now batting number 27, Gunnels.
Strike number 1 to number 27, Mia Gunnels. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. And swing and a miss is out number 2. 2 runners on base for Tippecanoe Valley. This brings up
Now batting number 22,
number
Ingholm.
22, Bailey Ingholm.
Yeah, B. You're good.
Strike number 2 makes the count 0-2. And strike number 3 ends the inning. We're headed to the top of the third. You're watching RTC TV4. We'll be Welcome back to the top of the third inning. Number 13, Kiera Stacy up to bat for Manchester.
All right, Kira. Relax and have fun.
Strike number 1 evens the count at ones. Pop fly foul makes the count 2-2.
Ball in.
Now batting number 4, Greer.
Number 4, Greer up to bat for Manchester. The ball goes to second base. That'll be out number 1 for Tippecanoe Valley on defense.
Move her, Paul.
Now batting number 2, Lincoln.
Ball 1, strike 1. Runner on second base for Manchester. Line drive bounces off the first baseman's glove. Number 12, Maddie McKee. Up to bat now for Manchester. Swing and a miss on strike 1. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. Pop fly goes back foul behind us.
Arms aren't that long, kid.
Fly ball to right field. That one's going to bounce to the fence. Runners will not advance because of the score being 20-0. Trying to show a little courtesy here from Manchester's side. Number 15, Haley Hall's up to bat now for Manchester. Ground ball to first base. We'll get the runner at 4. So that's out number 2. Prevents a run from scoring, so score stays 20-0. Number 1, Renissa Schambarger comes to the plate now for Manchester. And line drive to first base will be out number 3. Tippecanoe Valley heads to the dugout, and Manchester will grab their gloves. You're watching RTC TV4.
Now batting number 13, Rogers.
Number 13, Taylor Rogers up to bat. Strike number 1 from Brooklyn Howard, the Manchester pitcher. Swing and a miss on strike number 2.
Fire, B. Go back there. Right there. Closer. Closer.
Pitch low for ball number 1.
Stop. Ready? There you go.
And swing and a miss for strike number 3. That's out number 1 of the inning. This brings up number 77, the leadoff batter, Kirsten Yoder.
Now batting number 77, Yoder.
High fly ball to center field. Going to be hard to track that one down. And it falls in for a hit. That'll be a stand-up double for Yoder. This brings up number 23, Katie Prater.
Now batting number 23, Prater.
Strike number 1, Yoder on second base with 1 out. Ground ball to the pitcher will be out number 2 of the inning. This brings up number 21, Abby Benton. She's the first baseman, number 3 hitter.
Now batting number 21, Benton.
Swing and a miss on the outside corner for strike number 1. Good stop by the catcher. That ball evens the count at 1s. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. Line drive up the middle. Solid hit for Benton. They're going to try and score one, and they will hold her at third base, so Yoder does not advance home. Runners on the corners. Sydney Howard now up to bat, playing second base.
Man, I don't know. Do you try and take that one? Try and get her home?
No, because at this point,
Now batting number
1,
2,
if it's 20-1, that doesn't matter. You'd hate to risk the throw out at home when you've got another batter up that could make her get home easier. That makes sense?
Yep.
If it were a closer game, maybe, but... Second pop fly goes behind us, out of play. Counts 0-2, 2 runners on base and 2 outs. Number 2, Sydney Howard up to bat. That's a lot of 2s.
We're back at the number game.
Yes, always. Softball is a number game. Hello. Benton steals second base. Counts 1-2 now to Howard. Howard pitching to Howard. Good eye for ball 2. Now it's really lots of 2s.
Yeah.
And big swing for strike number 3. Tippecanoe Valley will head out to defense. We are going to the top of the 4th inning. You're watching RTC TV4. Welcome back to the top of the 4th inning. Number 5, Emma West, the shortstop leadoff batter, is up to bat once again. Allie Benton now is pitching for Tippecanoe Valley. Count is 2-1. Nobody on base.
2-1.
Strike number 2 evens the count. So a foul ball makes the count even at 2-2. Nobody on base and no outs here in the top of the 4th inning.
Ball. 3-2.
Ball number 3 makes the count full. West walks. Now on first base,
Now batting number
pitcher
7,
Brooklyn Howard. Second up to bat this inning. Swing at a foul ball makes strike number 1. Slap to shortstop will make her safe at first base.
Now batting number 9, Carter.
You got a seat? Hit it hard, kid. Ball. Ball.
Ball number 2. This is number 9, Sierra Carter, up to bat for Manchester. Ground ball to second base. Might get a double play on that. Not in time. But that is out number 1. Runners on the corners. Now with Kira Stacy
Now
up to
batting
bat.
number 13, Stacy. High fly ball to right field will just hit the top of the fence and stay in. Nobody scores on that line drive. Brings up number 4, Lydia Greer. Now batting number 4, Gearer.
Swing and a miss for strike number 1. Foul ball straight back for strike number 2. Counts 0-2 with 1 out. Big out here for Tippy Valley as the bases are loaded. And swing and a miss for strike 3. Out number 2.
Now batting number 2, Lincoln.
Ground ball to second base will be out number 3, and Tippecanoe Valley will grab their bats. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching RTC TV4. We'll be back after
Welcome back to the bottom of the fourth inning. Up to bat is number 52, Kayla Scott for the Vikings. And still on the mound for Manchester is Brooklyn Howard.
Good job, Kara.
Counts 2-2 with nobody on base and no outs. Pop fly will stay in territory, and that will be caught by the first baseman for out number 1.
Looks like our camera caught the last one.
It did, yeah. Did you fix that?
Yeah, I think I did.
Thank you.
Seems to be working.
Just jiggled it up a little bit.
I don't know. It knocked the memory out of it. As weird as that
Sounds.
A little bit of a concussion to our camera,
Yeah.
I think.
We'll have to give some ice and Advil later. So number 10 is Allie Benton. She's been pitching for the Vikings the past few innings. Counts 1-1 as Howard fires in a strike.
Firing, B. Oh, my. Oh, he did. 1-2.
Counts 1-2 here with just one out. And hard ground ball to the third baseman. That'll be out number 2. This brings up number 27, Maya Gunnels.
Just let me work. Just let me work.
Now batting number 27, Gunnels.
Watch his first pitch for strike 1. Fouls back, strike number 2. Counts 0-2 with 2 outs, but nobody on base. And swing and a miss for strike number 3. That's a drop third strike. She's tagged out. So that's 3 outs. You're watching RTC TV4. We're heading to the top of the 5th. Back here in the 5th inning, number 12, McKee, up to bat for Manchester. The freshman, Benton, still on the mound for Tippecanoe Valley. Benton fires a strike in to even the count at 1. Fly ball that will end up out of play. Foul. Counts 1 and 2. Another foul ball zings past the first base coach. Counts 2 and 2 with no outs. Nice off-speed pitch by Benton. Fouled backwards. Same batter that fouled off quite a few in the first inning. Count stays 2 and 2. Nice change up to the shortstop, and that's a good play. So Tippecanoe Valley gets out number 1 here in the top of the 5th. Benton doing a good job, just a freshman for Tippecanoe Valley. This brings up number 15, Haley Hall, to the plate. Good first pitch strike by Benton. Good stop by Prater, the catcher. High fly ball to left field for the lefty. That'll be the first hit of the inning. Tippecanoe Valley still with 1 out. Could hit this into a double play here, get them out of the inning. Number 1, Renissa Schambarger comes to the plate for Manchester. Good pitch. First pitch strike. So that's out number 2. Haley Hall will have... Oh, not out number 2. That's strike number 2. Counted a swing on that. High and inside for ball number 2. Benton looking to get the second out here. Count is full. 1 out. Hall on first base. And that's ball 4.
Now batting number 5, West.
So 2 runners on base, 1 out. Emma West up to bat.
Let's go. Let's see it.
Ball number 3 to West. Counts 3-0. 2 runners on base and 1 out.
Now you gotta swing it. There it is. You juiced.
Now batting number 7, Howard.
Pitcher Brooklyn Howard comes to the plate. Nice pitch, gets fouled off for strike number 1. Pop fly to shallow left field, and that will be out number 2 for Tippecanoe Valley. So bases still loaded for Manchester. Brings
Now
up
batting
number
number
9,
9,
Sierra
Carter.
Carter to the plate. Ground ball bounces off the glove of the third baseman. That's a fair ball, so 1 run will score for Manchester. That's a tough play. Easy out if she fields that and steps on third. So 2 outs. This brings up
Now batting
number 13, Kiera Stacy.
Well, Kira, go for it.
Good pitch for strike 1 from Benton. High fly ball to right field. That will drop in for a hit. So now number 4, Lydia Greer comes to the plate for Manchester. 2 outs here.
Now batting number 4,
Tippecanoe Valley just needing 1 out. Needing to score a few runs. If not, the game will be over. Ground ball to the shortstop, needing to make a play here, and she will do it. That's out number 3. Heading to the bottom of the 5th inning, you're watching RTC TV Welcome back to the bottom of the 5th inning. Number 4, Shepherd, up to bat. Howard still on the mound for Manchester, scores 22-0. If Valley cannot score 12 runs this inning, the game will be over by the mercy rule. So first pitch, a strike. High and outside for ball 1.
Come on, put your bat on it here.
Low and inside, tough strike, number 2.
So put your bat on it. Come on, next.
Good eye for ball number 2, evens the count at 2.
Come on now, base hit.
And foul ball keeps the at-bat alive.
Go!
And pop fly caught by West, the shortstop, for out number 1. Number 9, Amy Baca, up to bat for Tippecanoe Valley.
Now batting number 9, Baca.
Ground ball right back to the pitcher. That'll be out number 2. Hard hit by Baca. And another substitute will be coming in for Kirsten Yoder.
8 for 77. 8 for 77.
Number 8, Taylor Shashilsky will be up to bat.
Probably a pretty solid attempt at that last name.
I think it's right. I heard him say it at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Shashilsky. It's not something you could say 3 times fast, but I think I got it.
It's a pretty cool last name.
Yeah.
Now batting number 8, Shilsky.
Bam.
You were right.
Nailed it. Ball 1 is in the dirt. Inside for strike number 1, evens the count at 1. Good eye on a ball outside. Nice swing, but a miss on strike number 2. Counts even at 2 with 2 outs. Nobody on base. Ball low makes the count full. And swing and a miss for strike 3. That will end the inning and the game. Manchester is victorious over Tippecanoe Valley by a score of 22-0. Abby Malco and Brant Gerald here broadcasting from Tippecanoe Valley High School. Thanks for watching RTC TV4.